In this video, we will design an automated email support system for Outlook using Power Automate. Whenever a new email arrives in Outlook, it will check whether it's a customer query, and if there is enough information to reply, it will send a perfectly crafted response within moments. If the email is not a customer query, it won't send a reply. This will save you hours of work every day. Let's build the Power Automate flow. We are going to use Power Automate AI Builder to analyze emails and create the replies. In this OneDrive folder, I have some PDF files. We will use these files as knowledge base for AI Builder. I have 5 files here: business policies, customer support, product catalog, service offerings, and technical support manuals. I created these files for a demo company. The business policies file contains return and refund policies, warranty information, and other standard company policies. The customer support reference file includes guidelines for AI Builder. It has some guidelines, standard response templates, and other references. The product catalog lists all the products with details and pricings. There are 2 more files: service offerings and technical support manual. You can have as many files as you need in the drive. We will design the AI Builder prompt accordingly. Let's build the AI prompt. I am in the Power Automate dashboard. Here I'll navigate to AI Hub. I'll select prompts. I already have a few custom prompts here for different automations across Outlook and other services. Check out the playlist to watch those videos. Here I'll select Build Your Own Prompt. We need to add instructions here. Based on these instructions, AI Builder will detect whether it's a customer query or something else. I have already prepared the instructions. Here I have said only respond to the emails about product specifications, pricings, tech support, returns, and warranty, plus other types listed here. Then I have specified do not reply to internal company emails, personal conversations, marketing emails, and so on. With these 2 rules, it will decide whether to reply to the email or not. If it should reply, it will first search for the knowledge base files in the OneDrive folder. We need to add those files here. If it finds relevant information that fully answers the question, it will provide a response. Here I have added guidelines for tone, language, content, and format. Then it should follow this response structure. Greet them professionally, acknowledge their specific question, provide a direct answer with specific details. If the relevant information is not in the files, it should reply no, so Power Automate can act accordingly. We will not send any reply when the output is no. Here we'll add the knowledge base files. And here we'll add the email content that Power Automate fetches from Outlook. I have added a signature for the email replies. Here I have mentioned again to output exactly no when there is not enough information to answer the email. And I have added a few more rules so AI Builder behaves exactly as we need. You can modify these instructions as per your requirements. Now I'll copy these into the AI Builder instructions section. For the knowledge base section, I'll add file inputs. I'll click this Add Content button and select Image or Document. I'll rename the file input to File 1. We have 5 files, so we need 5 file inputs. I'll quickly add the other file inputs here. For the email sender, we need to use text input. I'll replace this placeholder with a text input and I'll name it Email Sender. For the email subject, I'll replace this with a text input and rename the text input to Email Subject. For the email body, I'll add a text input and rename this to Email Body. Everything in the instructions remains same. With the Power Automate flow, we will add inputs for the knowledge base and for the email content. But before using this AI prompt in Power Automate, we will test it. So I'll manually add the files for testing. I'll select File 1 and select this Upload an image or document and select the first file. I'll upload the other files here. Now I need to add a sample email content so we can see if it works correctly. This email is about a network setup issue a customer is facing. First, I'll copy the subject. I'll select email subject here and paste it here. Then I'll copy the email body and paste in the email body text input. Here I can change the model. I'll select the standard GPT 4.1. This model works better than the default GPT 4.1 mini. Now I'll click this test button to see how the instruction works. We'll get the output here. Here is our email. Now we have the reply here. It found all this information in the files we added. Looking at it, I can say it crafted a perfectly written reply. It found the product name in the file and it has written a perfectly step-by-step guide to fix the issue. Let's try with another email. I will try with this. I'll copy the subject. I'll paste the subject here. Now I'll copy the email body and paste it here. I'll click this test button. You can see this email is about something they are looking for. Now see the response. It found the product that matches the requirements and explained the specifications. Now we need to try one more email to test if it returns no when the email is not a customer query. You can see this is a meeting reminder, so AI Builder should not reply to this email. So I'll copy the subject, I'll copy the email body and paste it here. I'll click the test button. It clearly replies with no. In the Power Automate flow, we will create a condition when the AI Builder reply is no, do not reply to the email. Our prompt is ready. I'll give it a name, Customer Email Support, and I'll save it. Let's create the Power Automate flow. I'll go to the Create menu. Here I'll select Automated Cloud Flow. I'll give it a name, Customer Email Support, and for the trigger, I'll search with Outlook. Here I can see when a new email arrives v3. This is for Microsoft 365. I'll select the trigger and click this Create button. We want to run the flow whenever there's a new email in Outlook. That's why we have selected this trigger, when a new email arrives in Outlook. In the Power Automate flow, first we need to get the files from the OneDrive folder. I'll click the plus icon to add an action, and here I'll search for Get File Content. Under OneDrive for Business, I'll select this action Get File Content. Now I'll rename the action to File 1. Now I need to select the file. I'll click this Open Folder icon. Under Root, I'll select this arrow and I can see the folder here, Email Support KB. I'll click this arrow and I'll select the first file. Now we need to get the content from the other files. I'll add a new action. I'll search for Get File Content. I'll select this action. I'll rename this to File 2. I'll select this folder. I'll go to the root folder. Under Email Support KB folder, I'll select the second file. I'll quickly add the other 3 files here. I have all 5 files from the OneDrive folder. Now we need to send this file to the AI Builder to get the output. I'll add the next action, and here I'll select this action Run a Prompt under AI Capabilities. Under Prompt, I need to select the prompt we created, Customer Email Support. This prompt requires these inputs as designed in the instructions. The inputs are not in the same orders, but that's fine since they are named correctly, we can match them. For the email body, I'll select this option Enter the data from previous step, and from the trigger when a new email arrives v3, I'll select the body. For the email subject, I'll select this option and I'll select the subject. For file 5, I'll select the file content from file 5. This is the Get File Content action we added. For file 4, I'll select the file content from file 4. For file 3, I'll select the file content here. For file 2, I'll select file 2. For file 1, I'll select file 1. And for the email sender, I'll select the from when a new email arrives. This is not required, but I am sending it to AI Builder so it has all the information. The first 2 steps are ready. We are getting the files from the OneDrive folder and sending the file contents and email contents to the AI Builder to analyze and create the reply. Now we need to test the flow up to this point to see how the reply looks. According to the AI reply, we need to format the email body. I'll save the flow. I'll click the test button. I'll click this manually option. and click this test button again. It's waiting for a new email. I'll send this email. I'll copy the subject and copy the email body. I'll send the email to this address and send. We have received the email in Outlook. The Power Automate flow should start working. Now we can see the progress. It's done. I'll click on this Run a Prompt action. I'll select this Show Raw Outputs to see the output, and under Body here I see the text output. I'll copy this text into Notepad. You can see the email content is perfect, but we need to format it. We just need to replace these /n characters with new lines, then it will look nice. We need a variable to format the line breaks. I'll edit the flow. Here I'll add the next action and I'll search with variable. I'll select this initialize variable action. I'll rename the variable to line breaks. Here I'll name this line breaks. For the variable type I'll select string, and for the value I'll put the cursor and hit the enter button. This is just a new line. When we send this to the email body, the /n characters will get removed without creating new lines, because Power Automate treats /n as a new line string but does not render it as line breaks in HTML emails. So we need to replace the new line string with real line breaks to format the email. We will see that when we design the email body. Now we need a condition to check if the output is no. I'll add the next action. Under Control, I'll select Condition. At the left side of the condition, I'll click this option and select this text value from the Run a Prompt action. This will contain the email reply from the AI prompt. Here I'll select is not equal to, and for the value I'll type no. When the text output is not no, we will send the email. Inside true, I'll add an action. I'll search with reply and I'll select this reply to email v3. For the message ID, I'll select this option enter the data from previous step. To find the message ID, I can select this option see more, or I can just search for it. Here I see the message ID. I'll select this advanced parameters option and select body. We just need the body to write the reply. If you want to add CC or BCC, then you can select these fields here. For the email body, we need to use an expression to handle line breaks correctly. I'll select this expression option. Here I'll type replace, and inside parentheses, I'll select the dynamic content here, and I'll select the text output from the Run a Prompt action. This one, text. And after a comma, I'll select the line breaks variable, line breaks. After a comma, inside single quote, I'll type less than, BR and greater than. This will perfectly format the email body. It will find the line breaks value in the email body and replace this with BR. BR denotes for break. We need this expression because Power Automate does not render line breaks properly by default. Now I want to add a label to emails the flow replied to, so we can identify them in Outlook. I'll add the next action here. I'll search for category. I'll select this assign an Outlook category. For the message ID, I'll search for message ID here. I'll select this message ID from this action. For the category, I'll type AI replied. You will see this label on the emails in Outlook. The flow is ready. I'll save the flow. If you don't want to send replies without reviewing them first, then instead of reply to email v3, search for draft and select this draft an email message option. It will create an email draft with the AI reply output, and with the category you can identify it in Outlook. Then you can modify the content and send the reply manually. Let's test the flow. I'll click the test button. I'll select the manually option. I'll click this test button again. It's waiting for new emails. Here I'll create a new email. Let's send this email again. Subject and the email body, and send this to this email address. Send. We have received the email in Outlook already. Now the flow should start working. The flow is running. Now the Run a Prompt action is working. It's done. And here we have received a reply. I'll open it. and you can see the reply. It explains the process to fix the issue step by step. It includes the email signature as well. In Outlook, I can see it labeled the email so we can identify which emails the flow replied to. I'll open this and here is our reply. This is the email the customer sent and it sent this reply. And the label is here, AI replied. The flow will run automatically whenever there is a new email. After analyzing the files and the email content, it will decide whether to create a reply or not. I'll test with some more emails. I'll copy the email body and send this to the email address. This time I will copy this email subject and here I'll copy the email body here and paste it here. I have sent 2 emails one after another to see how it works. This is the first email I have sent and this is the second email I have sent. I can see it replied to the second email. It's someone looking for a high performance workstation and here's the reply. It found the information in the product catalog with the specification and sent the reply. In the customer email, I can see the reply here. This is the same reply. And it will not send a reply to this email because it's not a customer query, it's an internal email. Our Power Automate flow works exactly we want. Thank you for watching. Please check out this video on automated email categorization. It creates labels like this based on the email content. And check out the automated email organization video to organize the emails into folders automatically. You will find the links in the video description. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.